Hello and welcome to Salt Nation TV. In this episode, I'm in the CRV. Yes! The excellent CRV, the motorway cruiser that I have now alongside the CL9 Accord Type S. Unfortunately, Ed's not in this video. I say unfortunately, I mean at least I'll be able to talk coherently without Ed ruining it. But basically the reason that I'm doing this video is to abuse the CRV a little bit more. Now, I've done several things in my just over a week ownership of this car. I've replaced the windscreen wipers. I've done little mods like the classic wind deflector and a Mugen button instead of the stop start button. It looks cool. I've given it a thorough wash. I've done some little bits on the interior, but I've done something, or had something done, that is a game changer. I've had this car remapped. Oh yeah, baby! South Coast Remapping have done a fantastic job. Ian is somebody that I've known for a while. You know, I know his brother quite well, and he did my Golf. He remapped my Golf when I first got that. That was 5 years ago. The guy has absolutely refined his art of remapping turbo diesels, and yeah, the map that he's put on this car, it's some South Coast Remapping magic. It really is. It's like, oh, you know, if Ed was here, he'd go Expelliarmus or something like that from Harry Potter, because, you know, he's an adult child. The remap has taken 148 brake horsepower to 190 brake horsepower. Still not, you know, blown away figures, but this is with like no other engine bay mods at all. I haven't even got an upgraded induction kit currently, and it took, and this is where the map made a huge difference. This car, 350 newton meters of torque pre-map. With the South Coast Remap doing its magic, I've now got 420 newton meters of torque. Man, you do feel it. So basically, I'm going to go for a drive on a bit of road that you'll have seen us drive on several times before in different cars. So let's crack on. Right, so second gear, just let it drop a little bit, and here we go. I mean, that's second gear to third. I mean, this is getting on for ridiculous. I mean, it shouldn't feel like it can ramp up that quickly. It absolutely, you put your foot down and it goes. And the gears are quite long, so the momentum built in each gear, but the gears being long, it's just like it continuously just pulls. It's not like, oh, well, you know, I'm getting to the end of the gear lazily. Like, the gear is progressive. The way that this puts down power is progressive. You stay in that gear. I mean, I'm in third now. I mean, it keeps going. I've still got another 2,000 revs before redline, you know? It's pulling like there's... Oh, it's really hard to explain just how good this is. I mean, we're going to see in a second, because I've got a cyclist in front of me, which means that, you know, highway code and all that. Oh, and I can't go past him yet because I need a clear bit of road. But this will be second gear pull, and it's going to be phenomenal when I haven't got a bend. The countryside driving, you know, the rural atmosphere, where this car should be at home in rural Devon. There's no cars, so here we go, second gear pull. I mean, it's nuts. It's nuts. This car, when I first drove it, I was like, yes, it's a pretty, you know, pretty swift car for the size. This is insane. Like, I'm in third gear, and the way it's handling, as you progressively put power down, it grips the road better. Now, I don't know if that's to do with the four-wheel drive system that this car's got. I don't know much about it. I'm assuming, like a lot of other, you can buy them in the UK four-wheel drive cars, it's predominantly going to be front-wheel drive and less necessary, but it does feel, as I'm putting my foot down, that the car grips even more. The steering feels far more on point. when you're cruising around town, the steering feels relatively loose and a little bit vague, in a very similar way to my Accord. So to me, oh, the road's closed up here. That's annoying. Right, okay, well, let's ignore that. Right, let's carry on up this road. But yeah, just like the Accord, you know, when you're at slower speeds, the steering does feel vague. Is that a Honda thing? Well, I've driven a fair few Hondas, and it does seem to be the case. I haven't driven all of the Hondas, but, you know, I've driven enough to kind of go, well, there is a similarity there. Like, the steering is quite vague at slow speeds, leisurely driving. When you chuck them down a lane, or, you know, you're increasing speed on a dual carriageway or motorway, you notice a massive difference. I mean, this car shouldn't handle this well for the size of it. It really shouldn't. I mean, I'm not worried about putting my foot down in third down this road and just chucking it into a corner. I mean, I'm more worried than I would be if I was in my Accord, don't get me wrong. I mean, you just feel the steering stick. It's as if the car just hunkers down when you put your foot down. I mean, I'm amazed. I'm enthralled by this car. You know, it was pretty good. I was satisfied when I picked it up, and the first couple of drives, you know, I wanted to get it mapped, and, you know, Ian at South Coast Remapping has done an amazing job. We even talked about the fact that, you know, 5 years ago when he did my Golf, yeah, he was still an experienced map guy, a remapper, if that's what you want to call them. But I mean, that Golf was set up boy racer, wheel spins in first, second, sometimes even third. What he did for this was make it more suitable for the car, which was, you know, I don't wheel spin in first. I have, but it's not like every time I put my foot down I'm wheel spinning. You know, it's far more linear in its power delivery. It's not just straight away, boom, bish bash bosh, you're flying. It builds in first, and, you know, you need to be rolling in second for it to really crack on. But yeah, I'm just going to turn around, but absolutely incredible, absolutely incredible. Oh, right, well, I'm going back the other way. That's my bag moving in the passenger footwell. I'm going back the other way as the road I was hoping to drive this end is closed. So essentially, I'm going to have to, you know, do another video on how well this drives at a later date. But I mean, this is basically just to say how beneficial South Coast's remapping map has been. I mean, it's phenomenal. It really is. And, you know, this car belies its size and weight with much improved handling than you'd expect. It really does. And, you know, when you actually get the opportunity to throw it out there and give it some blasting, some B-road blasting, it's great. It really is. I mean, you know, not only do I have a van in front of me, I also have a broken down van on the back of a recovery truck, and then 3 cyclists in front of them. So, oh, filming in the countryside. Oh, I mean, lovely views. Look at the view out there. Lovely. But this video isn't about the views. It's about abusing a big car. It's about abusing a four-wheel drive sports utility vehicle, which I'm not a fan of the phrase SUV. That's only come about in the last decade, the phrase SUV. Sports utility vehicle. It's a big four-wheel drive car. That's just, an SUV is for those people that, you know, like Chelsea tractors, where they kind of go, oh no, I've got a sports utility vehicle. Yeah, but you live in London. What sports do you do? Badminton. Yeah, definitely need one then. Yeah. Whereas when you've got this outside, you've got countryside like this and roads like this that sometimes, depending on weather conditions, you do need to have a little bit more stability. You need that four-wheel drive. You need that longer, bigger wheelbase. I mean, as I get stuck behind cyclists, I mean, you know, I haven't got a problem with cyclists at all. It's just when I'm trying to film a video, there has to be cyclists, isn't there? Well, here we go. And second gear gets me out of any issue. I fancy doing a little bit of off-roading. I kind of want to take this down some muddy lanes and see how well it handles. Maybe that can be the next video. You know, have a little drive down some rubbish roads and see how well this car deals with. I mean, the wheels I've got on it, the Borbet Y, I think they're called Ys. If they're not, I'll correct myself in the editor's notes. But like, they're 18 by what look to be, you know, I'm hoping 8.5. They're probably 18 by 8. And you know, I've got tyres that are 225, 60, 18s. So they've got a nice big sidewall, which means, you know, I can get over more tricky conditions. Like, I could go up that road there. I didn't. I don't know why. I would have enjoyed that. In fact, yeah, I'm going to take the next road that is to the left from where I am now. I'm going to take that road and see how far I can get and see how well this car can deal with it. Because if it's the road I think it is, it's a bit rough. It's a bit rough. So let's give it a go. Why not? Speed up to get there. Oh, this car. This car could get me in a lot of trouble. I'm not gonna lie. It's it doesn't feel like you're going as quickly as you're going until you look down at the speedo and go, oh, whoops, like that, and then you go, oh, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go down this left. Let's off-road! I don't know if it's that off-roady. I'm sure it is. I mean, tight corner straight away. So first gear corner. I mean, you know, country lane, single country lane. That's I can't see anything over the crest of the hill, so let's go slowly. I mean, having these thicker tyre walls does absolutely sort of help soak up these bumps. If I had the Japan Racing JR11s that were on my Accord on this, yeah, I'd be like, oh, I've broken all of my rims again. So having a thicker sidewall, I think with these, ideally, you know, I'd like bigger circumference wheels on there, bigger diameter, wheels. You know, 19s or 20s. But 20s, that's going towards show car sort of look. It'll make it a little bit less practical because you're not going to have massive sidewalls on a set of 20s. 19s, you know, maybe you can get away with 45 sidewalls, maybe even 50, and it look good. You know, who knows? But yeah, this is good. This is a nice bumpy little lane, a bit of brake there, and then foot on the throttle. Watch the potholes. You don't want to go over them unnecessarily. This is enjoyable, very enjoyable. I mean, I'm having to, the brakes work obviously, because I'm having to pull in because I've got a van coming down. So the brakes definitely work. I mean, I don't know where I am. Well, I do know where I am, but if I was to go to the right there, I'd probably get lost and then go, oh no, I know where I am. I mean, I'm heading towards Silverton, and I used to drive this way in Silverton when I lived there sometimes, when I had my yellow R50 Mini, my Mini Cooper, and that was quite fun along here. I mean, look at that. I mean, it's pretty epic landscape and scenery around this bit of the country, isn't it? So bang into second just in case somebody's coming. I'm not really off-roading. I'm just having a bit of fun. I wonder what's that. Should I go? I'm going to go this way. I don't think I've ever driven this road before. Oh, once. I drove this road once in my Golf when the main road to Silverton was flooded, and I had to drive this road in my Golf. No wonder I had to get the front shocks replaced not long after that, because this is a little bit of a sort of road, oh, where am I going? Oh, especially in a Golf. I'm gonna have to reverse into a ditch because there's a Range Rover coming and a Vogue. I think I've gone the wrong way because this is Silverton and I think the road is closed. So I'm going to go another way that I don't really know, which is good. I don't really know where I'm going at all. I'm just going to back in here just to reverse. Just to reverse, obviously. That's quite tight. I don't even know if I mean, who knows if I'm going where I'm going. But that's part of the fun of filming. I've got something that's four-wheel drive. Let's test it out. Will there be a moment, a reason for the car to rock four-wheel drive? I mean, what way am I going now? Do I go up or do I go down? I think I go down. That's where I think I go. I don't know where I should go. I might be at a dead end. Who knows? National speed limit though, that's always fun. I mean, look at this. This is, I wouldn't take the Accord down here. No way. No way at all would I take the Accord down here. That would be silly. But this, yeah, I take Ed's cars down here because they're Ed's cars and they're not mine. This is going to bring me back out on that road and I'm going to be really annoyed that I've not really gone that far. And that's the clutch pedal, which is a little bit slippery. I'm going to go along here. Don't know if this takes me anywhere. Might end up in a farm. Who knows? Potholey. Hey! I'm going to go right, left, sorry. Is there anything coming? No. Hello and welcome to being lost in the countryside. Navigating your way through just by thinking, it must be that way. Oh, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. Oh, this is great. Oh, this is so fun. And there's an X-Trail, 2005 X-Trail there. Obviously one of the population's preferred 4x4s in this situation. Oh, so it says slow. I can see a car coming. I mean, I don't know. Oh, yeah, I do. I know exactly what's happened. I don't want to go back that way. I wanted to go down there. Oh well. Anyway, right, let's stick here for a second. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, then please subscribe, turn on notifications, find us on social media. We're on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. And until the next time, I've been me, you've been you, and well done for that. Yeah, and now I'm blocking off some of the road, and people in transporters are giving me weird looks. And in our RAC vans are giving me weird looks. But yeah, we will do an off-roading special, and it will be fun. I promise. Redlined it in first there. Whoops.